Hey there guys, Tim Heinrich with TeamRev.com, and today I wanted to take a moment to share with you a takeaway that I had from the Beachbody Coach Summit that I just got back from in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, if you don't follow me here on YouTube, I am a Beachbody coach, and essentially what this means is I help people with accountability, motivation, support through Beachbody workout programs, through their nutritional plans to help them reach their health and fitness goals. So this is programs like P90X, Insanity, Focus T25. There's a whole slew of them out there. You might even have one at home and you don't even realize it. But that being said, this is what I do. And now if you want more information about this, you can go onto my website, teamrevd.com. So I do a lot of online accountability groups as well, and you can check out all the details there. But that being said, the Beachbody Coach Summit is a yearly event where Beachbody coaches from all across the US and up in Canada now as well get together in one location to celebrate successes of the company, of the coaches, also the transformation stories of all the great customers out there who have done a Beachbody workout program and used some of the supplements here as well and gotten some great results. So we take some time to celebrate that. It's always an amazing, positive, uplifting experience. And this year, my takeaway goes right along with the theme of this year's summit, which is everyone matters. And that means that you matter. And that's what I want to tell you here today. Now, that's not my only message. You're like, oh great, I matter. Hopefully that resonated with you a little bit, but let me dive into that a little bit deeper. When you're going after a high-minded goal or a goal that's a little bit out of your immediate reach, and a lot of times this can be in your health and fitness, maybe you want to lose 30 pounds or 40 pounds or 100 pounds. You have a big goal and you're not exactly sure how to get there, but it's in you. When you think about it, you get a little emotional, it gets you a little revved up, gets you a little nervous, right? A little anxious. If you have a goal like this, then that means it's something that you really want. It's something that would excite you to actually achieve. But because you can't see how to get there, you might feel to yourself, I don't know how to get there, and I'm not sure if it's even possible for me. And you might start on the path, you might start going towards it, and get a little discouraged because you're struggling, you feel like you're pushing yourself really hard, you're doing really hard work, and you're not seeing a whole lot of result. And if you don't have a support group of people around you who are cheering you on, motivating you, getting a chance to hear your struggles, empathize with you and say, hey, I know this is a tough point, but this is just a rough patch that you got to work through. You got to keep going towards it. This is only going to get better. Keep pushing. You've got this. If you don't have that around you, you might only be able to rely on the thoughts in your head. And a lot of times, for most of us, those thoughts can tend to go towards the negative when things aren't really going our way, or at least they seem like they're not going our way. And so that's what I want to tell you here today. Because when you get to that point, you may feel a bit insignificant. And you may feel like your goals don't matter, and like you don't matter. Especially if you have self-esteem issues, which I've struggled with throughout my life. It's easy to attach what you're accomplishing or not accomplishing to your worth as a person. And I want to tell you that that is absolutely not true. Those voices in your head, that's all they are. They don't tell the truth of you. Just because you hear them in your head, that doesn't mean they're true. You got to treat them like something that's actually like a person who's actually outside of you. Think about if there was a person in your life who is constantly telling you the sort of things that you hear in your head when you get real negative on yourself. Would you stay friends with that person? Would you stay around that person if you had a choice? Absolutely not. You'd be like, get the hell away from me. That's really the simplified way of looking at it. And I know it's a little harder to detach from what's in your head, but it's the same idea. That voice was born out of a particular need to protect some piece of your psyche at one time. Maybe you weren't able to deal with the idea of failure, so you found a way to kind of beat yourself up to numb yourself from the pain of failure so you wouldn't have to think about that. Not that it was any better really to think the way that you thought, but that was the way you learned to cope with it. And that doesn't mean that you can't change it. And that also doesn't mean that what's in your head is true. So this is why I want to tell you that those goals, those dreams that you have, the ones that make you a little anxious, a little nervous, a little bit excited, they're worth it. You are worth it. You are worth going after those dreams. And you deserve to have those dreams. You deserve to accomplish those things. And so I want you to remember that. I want you to know that whether you have anybody around you or not, that I believe in you. That I believe what is so important to you is possible. I know this because I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it in other people's lives. I've seen countless people up there on the Beachbody stage at Summit every single year who have overcome amazing, huge obstacles, lost 150, 200 pounds. Beachbody coaches that have gotten themselves out of horrible debt, gotten to quit their careers to become a full-time Beachbody coach. I've seen this time and time and time again, and I know it's possible. I know it's possible for me, and I know it's possible for you. So I want you to know that what you have, those dreams you have, those goals you have, whether they be in health and fitness, whether they be in your career, or whether they be in your relationships or any aspect of your life, I want you to know that they are possible and that they are important and that you are worth it, that it is worth going through the struggle, going through the pain, going through the uncertainty to get to those things, okay? Because there's a great saying out there, and I'm not sure who originally put this quote out there, but that struggle is less painful than regret. You don't want to look back on this time in your life, on these goals that you have, and decide to give up on them, and then 10 years down the line be thinking about the fact that you never went after them. It's better to go after them and not get to them in the way that you want to than to never even try, because they're important. The reason they get you excited is because they're important to you. So keep investing in that. Keep investing in the fact that they're important. Keep investing in the fact that you are important. You've got to give the goals that sort of weight to them. And know that I know and I believe that it's totally possible for you. This is Tim Heiner from TeamRep.com. Hope you got something good out of this video. If you have comments or questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next time.